This episode of The Game Factor is brought to you by Two Nerds on a Couch. Hi, and welcome to The Game Factor. I'm your host, David Burns. Well, insert a witty statement right here, and while you think of one, we're going to roll some new trailers. So the first trailer we have for you guys this week is for an adaptation of an old PlayStation game being refitted for the PlayStation Move. It's so aptly called PlayStation Move Ape Escape.
Players do not appear on screen during the gameplay. PlayStation Move motion controller reverses an eye camera on your head. PlayStation Move Ape Escape game is sold separately from PS3 system, PSI camera, and PS Move motion controller.
Now, with the creepy lady's voice reading us the disclaimer aside, I have to say I am not impressed with this trailer, and I kind of believe that they're destroying the Ape Escape franchise with this. It resembles all of the shovelware that was just completely horrible on other motion platforms, like the Nintendo Wii, for example. So, we're going to give PlayStation Move Ape Escape our very first ET rating. I would not go near this game. I don't care how much your kid wants it. Stay away. But, on a slightly more positive note, we're going to move on to our next trailer, which is for a new X-Men game, aptly called X-Men Destiny.
The time has come to let go of your humanity.
Let go of your past.
They burdened you with expectation.
They gave you a second chance.
They scarred you with rejection.
But fate has dealt you a new hand.
Gifts beyond measure.
Strength through alliances.
A destiny yet unwritten.
We are not defined by our past.
Seize the power.
And the future will show you
who you really are.
So X-Men Destiny starts you off with the choice of one of three stereotypes. Your Japanese schoolgirl Amy, your bigot Adrian, or your naive high school country boy Grant. The cool part is that you actually get to choose your starting mutant powers and how it evolves as you go throughout the game. So with all the cool story elements that are going to go with it, we're going to give X-Men Destiny a rent with a possible upgrade to an impulse buy with more information. So stay tuned for that. Welcome to Empire City and the action game inFamous. developed by Sucker Punch for the PlayStation 3. As you can see, the game starts out with a bang. You play as Cole McGrath, a delivery boy who has mistakenly opened a bomb that destroys a good portion of the city. Surviving the explosion, Cole discovers, if not by choice, that he has the power over electricity. His powers being uncontrollable at first, he is branded as a terrorist, but must now work to save or destroy the city. This brings into play the morality choices that come in throughout the game. Now with these new abilities, Cole's parkour abilities are enhanced, allowing him to run, climb, and jump just about anywhere within Empire City. Now what's a superhero without powers? Over the course of the game, Cole will gradually gain new powers such as lightning bolts, shock grenades, force blast, and the thunder drop. You also gain the ability to heal injured civilians and bind defeated villains. Powers will change in effectiveness depending on your alignment. Now one way a game like this can easily go wrong are the controls. The controls in inFamous are as tight as you would want from this kind of game. My only gripe with the controls would be the sketchy AI as to when Cole will grab onto certain surfaces while climbing. And certain times he'll grab when you don't want him to, or won't grab at all when you really need him to. And while most of the time you don't fall to your death, there are a few certain instances where he won't grab and you fall to your death. Now in terms of story, the game has a pretty standard storyline. And the few cutscenes that the game does have are told in more of an animated comic book sort of style.
Scary as hell at first. Gotta understand.
Now the story had a lot of potential to go either way depending on your alignment, but the outcome of the story doesn't have much bearing based off your alignment. Certain things are gonna happen regardless if you've gone good or bad.
You gotta be kidding me.
Now all in all, the game is remarkable. It's just a blast to play. My only really big gripes, again, are the weird AI when Cole's gonna grab something, the lack of the story really being strong enough to carry it all the way through, and a really, really lame final boss that just kind of takes the air out of the whole thing.
This doesn't concern you, fat man.
Probably the greatest redeeming point to that final boss battle was when you finally beat him and the twist ending. It's something that you have to experience and play, because even if you're one of those, oh, I saw the Sixth Sense and I knew that he was a ghost, I don't think you're going to see the ending of this one coming. So with all that said, we're going to give inFamous for the PS3 a game factor of 9.5.
Darling, what took you? Was there traffic? I told you not to take the bridge. It's always backed up at night.
We've got bead sprites. See something you like? Want something else? Contact Two Nerds on a Couch. Find us on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter. And remember to believe in the beads that believe in you. So it was another busy week with gaming news, and we're going to kick it off with some hacking news. Apparently the group Lulz is closing its doors after 50 days of terrorizing the internet. They claim that 50 days was their goal, and they hope that they've started the information security awareness BS that they think they started. Whatever, I don't really care. But before they left, they managed to take down stuff like AOL, AT&T, the FBI, the US Navy, and a crap load of gaming sites that, frankly, they all need to be slapped for. And now for some legal news. The Supreme Court recently ruled on the case of Brown versus the EMA. The Supreme Court ruled in favor of the EMA, and this grants music, movies, books, and most importantly video games protection under the First Amendment. And now for some MMO news. In a statement from Sony Online Entertainment and LucasArts, they will be shutting down the servers for Star Wars Galaxies on December 15th, 2011. They would also like to thank all the players for the 8+ years of service. And now for some good news for MMO fans. The superhero MMO City of Heroes is going to be adopting a free-to-play model. They're going to be launching it in October, and it's going to be dubbed City of Heroes Freedom. For more information, you can check out coh.com. Out this week for your playing pleasure, we have Mystery Stories, Curse of the Ancient Spirits, Jewels of the Ages, Resident Evil, The Mercenaries 3DS, Real Fishing Paradise 3D, Dynasty Warriors Gundam 3, Sniper, Ghost Warrior, and Super Street Fighter 4 Arcade Edition. That makes Street Fighter 4's 13th, 100th edition of this generation. Well, that wraps up this show. But don't forget to follow us on Facebook and on Twitter, because we're going to start voting on the next Play Review Share game. So, until next time, game over. The fun side. Some French fries with your franchise. Creepy lady was creepy, and dramatic gopher is dramatic. I know you're out there, you people that play those MMOs. You're like me, who just click, 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 click all day long. And I'm the talent! Where the hell did November come from?